It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Indianapolis as the Pacers go up against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, after splitting their first two games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. And already the grind of the new season starting to show. Shaq, how do you stay fresh for the long haul, both as a player and as just a massive individual?
Veteran guys, you got to know how to pace yourself. And minute restrictions, it really has become a bigger part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. So, injury histories, always taken into account now. This is why you have to develop depth.
How do you stay fresh for the long haul?
Oh, man, I have this drink I put together.
Oh, really? What is it?
Oh, yeah. It's a little, I take tomatoes, right? And I squish them up, and it gets real like tomato sauce. And I put that in. And then I take kale salad. I put that in.
What are you making, spaghetti?
I put ginger in it.
Yeah.
Put that in. I put a little cayenne pepper in, a little bell pepper.
Sounds disgusting.
Ernie, he's making lasagna over there.
Sounds disgusting.
Can I get some of your lasagna?
Oh, man, it's the pepper. It makes you pep up.
Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Also gives
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one. Last season they won all 4 games, showing complete dominance.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
It'll be the Nets off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Allen is out there with Davis, and it's Crabbe in at the 3 spot. Here's LeVert, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. Oladipo with the block. To the inside, here's Young. Back to Oladipo. Yep, that one goes. Oladipo's got the first points up on the board for Indiana. Doors when the light finally goes on for a young guy. So fun to watch. Younger players who've got all the talent and all the world right in front of them, but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league, maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's LeVert. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Here's Russell. And the Nets miss again.
Scoreless after 4 shots. Wow.
Here's Bogdanovich, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about the intensity of Bogdanovich? A superb dunk off the drive.
Nets have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Outside, Russell. Now the pass to Crabbe. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays. Whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
Ray David, thanks. There are some weapons they have to contain today, and Coach let his guys know it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of question as to what you have to do to be successful against this team. You've got...
Oh, my God.
That's how you attack.
Wow, how'd he do that? Well, we know Oladipo is an elite dunker, one of the most creative guys when he's at the rim.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
To me, one of the great strengths of this Pacers team is their depth. A year ago, 12 different players averaged double-digit minutes. So when you think about depth and unselfishness, they are at the very core of what this team does.
Looking at the numbers here for Oladipo, coming off a terrific season. First in steals, and of course he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And as you said, first in steals last season. You have to say he's the best ball hawk in the league right now. It may not even be close. Outside, Bogdanovich lets it fly from 18. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. And Doris, that unselfish play on the court, it translates off the court too. The whole team cheers each other on.
We talk about that elusive quality of chemistry, Kevin, and the Pacers exceeded expectations in part due to the great chemistry this team has. The team plays in a way that it's easy to cheer for each other, and the fans absolutely love this current group.
Indiana on D. Crabbe, good.
You've got to be able to read the defense and catch and shoot situations. Alan Crabbe does just that.
Russell against Collison. Outside, Bogdanovich. Turner with the screen. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Back to Collison. Shot clock at 6. That shot, no good. Nice D from Russell. Nets trail by 5. Passes it to Davis. And good that time.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Screen by Young. Oladipo outside. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Russell dishes to Allen. Here's the screen. Davis sets a screen. Here's LeVert. Off target from three-point range. Pacers leading by 5. Outside Collison. Outside Turner for the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Turner's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Out left to the wing. Russell passes to Allen. Nets passing it around, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And just showing great vision there. Russell surveys the floor and whips it to the open man.
Turner with the screen. There's the lob to Oladipo. Here's LeVert looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Russell. Pacers with the rebound.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
Young inside. Davis is there. Young's shot is off. Nets trail by 6. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That is his first foul of the game. Russell against Collison. Here's Davis. Rejected by Young.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key. And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Russell against Collison. Outside Turner. Right side Collison. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Nets trail by 6. They get a hand on it. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Third is Miles Turner.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Russell kicks to Allen. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Allen's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, Allen Crabbe continues to develop his skill, and that's a pretty pass right there.
Collison with it. He's picked up by Russell. Outside Turner. Back to Collison. Over Russell. He can't get that one to fall. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
And to me, throughout his career, Darren Collison has always been smart about shot selection, right? He is very choosy about when to call his own number, and that results in great shooting percentages for him year after year. Really nice job inside that time. The defense unable to react quick enough to stop him. Boy, he is fast.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
And I think there has to be better communication. All 5 guys tied together. And what happened to them is what happens when you play lackluster defense.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Fareed outside. Pass to Hollis Jefferson.
Yeah, 3 turnovers so far, and the real issue is the fact that they're unforced, too careless with the basketball.
Nets trail by 6. To the paint. Harris's shot is off. The Pacers have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. It's stolen by Carroll. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Boy, that possession doesn't come together if it's not for Carroll's assist. He brings it home for him with the pretty dime.
The pass to Evans. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Pacers lead by 6. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Joseph. Fareed, a screen on Joseph. Clock at 6. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Joseph up top. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Now, Corey Joseph does not lack for confidence on the interior. Don't let the size fool you. The frame, the game, it's all there.
There's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Joseph. Sabonis with the steal. Here's Evans. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
One shot, gentlemen.
That one misses for Evans. You know, Doris, when the defense is cutting lanes off, it's so great to have the floater in your arsenal. Something that can loop it up and over these guys, which clog the area you want to go into. And there are a lot of guys that really utilize that well.
I'll tell you, and the ones that have both hands at their disposal are especially dangerous. So you see Steph Curry warm up with all kinds of floaters and awkward spins and things of that nature, and he can finish with either hand. Kyrie Irving can get any place he wants on the dribble, and if necessary, pull that floater out of the bag of tricks. And then you think of the assassin out there in Portland, Damian Lillard. Woo-hoo-hoo, get inside the free throw line, put that soft touch on it, you know it's coming down on your head.
So fun to see. Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Joseph. Dinwiddie passes to Carroll. 4 on the clock to halt the run. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video, because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
They slept-walked through that entire effort. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen.
Harris against Evans. That'll go on McDermott. That's his first foul. .112 left to play in the first quarter. Fareed, a screen on Joseph. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. 5 to shoot. They get it back. Inside, Dinwiddie, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
A great size at the point guard position. Dinwiddie, fantastic getting into the paint and making the defense pay.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. They set the pick. To the wing on the left. Joseph has an open look. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Joseph's got 5 now.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Harris a screen. Carroll passes to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Joseph. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Pacers leading by 15. Evans kicks to Joseph. From outside, off the mark. Brooklyn's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Passes to Dinwiddie. Harris outside. Fareed, a screen on Evans.
Yeah, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more in store for you right after this. Coming to the Brooklyn Nets in 2017, Alan Crabb saw the opportunity.
Being a net for me, man, is just great. You know, it's good for my future. It's good for my career. I think they did whatever they had to do in order to get me. So why wouldn't you want to play for an organization like that, man?
Clearly this team values Crabb, and Greg, what he gives them.
And no question, Crabb is a floor spacer who also defends at a high level, a versatile player.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And quite a position here for the Pacers to be in. What do you guys think?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Carroll is the 3 with Hollis Jefferson at the 4. Then there's Harris. Then there's Kenneth Faried. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right. Perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
Faried the pass to Carroll. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. There's the screen. 6 to shoot. It's Hollis Jefferson, top of the key. Here's Dinwiddie.
The quick feet and strong hands of Corey Joseph help on the defensive end. He takes pleasure in shutting down his opponent.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Brooklyn shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And he can't get the first one. And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Well, Doris, at times out there, things get a little heated. Some people feel like the whistle's being blown too quickly on some of these technical fouls. What do you think?
I would actually completely disagree, Kevin. I think there are certain players who are given far too much latitude and others for whom the whistle does come too quickly. So I think it would be better and more helpful to the officials, the teams, and also the fans to understand what is and what does cross a line. Because to me, there's no consistency. There's a lot of confusion. And I think it works both ways. Sometimes too long of a leash, sometimes too short.
Excellent appraisal. Here's Leaf. 9 points last game. And Faried sends it back. And the call will be against Sabonis. That's his first foul. Some changes for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Sabonis. Young comes in for T.J. Leaf. And it's Bogdanovich in for McDermott. And then for Brooklyn, Allen's checked in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Russell in for Harris. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Russell.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
Evans kicks to Joseph. Bogdanovich up top. Drains the 19-footer. Bogdanovich has got 6.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Russell passes to Dinwiddie. Faried, a screen on Evans. Dinwiddie. A second chance effort. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Nets.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long 3. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep threes.
That free throw good from Kenneth Faried. Well, you just have to admire the job that this Nets front office has done to improve the roster.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, they have taken on bad contracts in an attempt to gather assets. They have found talents like Spencer Dinwiddie who were passed up by other teams. So even though they didn't have a ton to work with, the team has kept pace with their improvement.
Turner dishes to Collison. A three-pointer, no good. Nets trail by 6. Crabbe kicks to Allen. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Turner's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You hear this consistently about Thaddeus Young. He's going to do whatever you ask of him. He'll start, he'll come off the bench, but he is going to impact the game.
Hard to think that Thaddeus Young has been in the league since 2007. But Doris, he still puts up numbers.
Well, he does, Kevin, and that's because he runs the floor hard. He's dangerous in transition. He's going to score, he's going to rebound, and teammates love him.
That free throw good from Thaddeus Young. And so Young nails them both. It's not often that you can land a franchise player via trade, but that's what the Pacers were able to do with Victor Oladipo.
And now the question becomes for Indiana, how do you build around Victor Oladipo, right? The front office has done a great job the last few seasons collecting talent. They continue to add shooting on the perimeter to help space the floor, and now you're starting to see some inside scoring threats develop. This is an interesting organization.
Back to Collison. Screen by Young. Here's Bogdanovich. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection. Well, Alan Crabb, a player who personifies that 3-and-D guy. A great career shooting percentage from deep, and he's always been a very good defender.
The Nets making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Here's Bogdanovich. Count that bucket.
Kevin, very hard to stop Bogdanovich. He's excellent at keeping his follow-through despite taking the contact.
And last season, Crabb taking a lot more threes than normal.
I'll tell you this, he was given the green light and didn't hesitate. This guy took more shots in general because he was a bigger part of the offense. But to me, there's still some room to expand that game.
One shot.
You know, Bogdanovich, a guy who has moved around a little bit the last few seasons, but you wonder, has he found a home with Indiana? This guy steps right into the wing, gives them great production from the 3.
Screened by Russell. Here's LeVert. Offensive rebound, Allen, and it's sent back by Turner.
I'll tell you, you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
Indiana leading by 7. Doris, for Bogdanovich, perhaps the biggest help he provided was his improved defense.
Well, let's remember this about Bogdanovich. Early in his career, it kept him off the floor. And he flat decided, I want to be in the lineup when it's closing time, and made a real commitment to being better defensively.
To the inside. Here's LeVert. Davis, the pass to Russell. Back to Davis. Another shot. They shoot again. Rejected by Young.
Well, terrific reach on the block. Thaddeus Young stretches out well for a big-time rejection.
And there it is for him.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Nets trail by 9. Russell kicks to Davis. Knocked loose. Pass to Crabb. Shot clock at 6. Davis with a screen on Collison. Crabb from long range. Hands it from downtown. Crabb's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you've got to be able to play in pick and roll, and Alan Crabb showing he's got the ability and the handle.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Defense right on him. Kicks it to Turner. Over Allen. Shots good by Turner. Turner's got his second bucket tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Russell. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Think about this. In his first season away from the Lakers last year, D'Angelo Russell seemed to be a much more confident player. Looked like the #2 overall pick we expected coming out in 2015.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And Russell missing a lot of time before the midway point last year with a knee injury.
Well, I think he knew that he would be called upon to lead the team with his scoring and playmaking ability, and he really stepped up to the challenge. Amazing what a change of scenery can do for a guy.
And so Russell hits them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Collison in the post. He's guarded by Russell. A nice shot by Collison.
Such a strong finisher. This is where Darren Collison, you can try to be physical, but if he's determined to score, he will do it.
Here's LeVert. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Fires for three. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Here's Davis. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's Brooklyn now. Nets trail by 8. Crabbe kicks to Russell. Again, Russell missing. Indiana's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Young. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got 3 assists now in this one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
See, I love the way Miles Turner plays on both ends of the floor. I know his numbers don't necessarily jump out of the page for you. This guy is so disruptive, though, guarding the paint for his team.
And checking out some stats for D'Angelo Russell, how he did last season. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
There's the pick. Pass to LeVert from downtown, but they recover it.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
Russell against Collison. A fadeaway. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Russell.
Yeah, with the size and quick shot release, Russell a tough cover from mid-range.
Turner with a screen for Oladipo. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Wow, what an incredible homecoming for Victor Oladipo in Indiana. This guy put up career year numbers and went from being a piece of a team to somebody you can actually build around.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good. And Oladipo, the former second overall pick, felt right at home in Indiana.
And sometimes you wonder, Kevin, how much of the early struggles were him or the situation or the fit. Across the board, though, Victor Oladipo showed how impactful he can be in the NBA.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Leaf comes in for Young. And McDermott subbed in for Bogdanovich.
and they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Russell passes to Crabbe. High post, Davis. He kicks it to Allen. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Allen's got 6.
That's what you call working inside out, drawing the defense in close, kicking it out for the open jump shot. Nice and easy.
McDermott passes to Collison. Shot on the wing. McDermott can't get it to go.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
And it's Russell in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. You almost never get that wide open a look.
Here's Collison. The rebound by the Nets. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
Indiana leading by 8. Oladipo left side and stolen by Crabbe. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Knicks, I think this squad has the confidence that they can play to their strengths against them. And even though they're going after the #1 team right now in our league, they feel they can get the W.
The first one falls. Joe Harris, a guy that bounced back between the G League, Doris, and the NBA his first few seasons.
Right, Joe Harris has thrived fitting into a shooting role with this team. And credit Coach Kenny Atkinson for saying, listen, model yourself after Kyle Korver.
Tyreek Evans is checked in for Indiana. Joseph comes in for Darren Collison. And he makes the first but misses the second. Pacers leading by 7. And Joseph kicks to McDermott. That one falls. McDermott's got his first points of the night.
Well, McDermott's known for that catch and shoot game. The rise and fire on the catch. Pretty.
1:56 left in the first half of the game. Harris against Evans. Harris passes to Davis. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Evans. All alone. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. The Pacers in 5th.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
And both free throws good for Evans. And now that that final debt, Doris, has been paid, it must feel like a huge relief for Nets fans to be done with that trade they made with Boston.
Well, you hate to say it, but trading for KG, Pierce, and Terry back in 2013 turned out to be a disaster for the Nets. Probably set the organization back a good 5 years. They must be thrilled to be out from under the weight of that mistake.
Here's Dinwiddie. Here's Hollis Jefferson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
But how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
Here's the screen. Sabonis kicks to Evans. Over Harris. Indiana again missing.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
The pass to Dinwiddie. And here's Carroll. Nets passing it around, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. 17 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Joseph. T right on him. 4 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off from about 16. It could go, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
And so it's Indiana ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back to the action after this word.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. So it's Indiana who's out on top at the half. They lead by 9 points. How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
Kenny, how'd you think the Nets were playing?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Downtown Indianapolis glowing in the distance as we welcome you back to the action here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. The second half just about to get going here. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
Indiana leading by 9. Down low, it's Young and Turner. Filling out the wings, it's Oladipo and Bogdanovich. And it's Collison in at the point guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And Oladipo kicks to Turner. 6 to shoot from the baseline. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Turner's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Pacers. Here's LeVert. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, you know what? You've got to be able to use screens well, understand how to come off a pick, and get it off quickly. Go ahead, D'Angelo Russell.
Oladipo, the pass to Collison. To the paint, and stolen by Russell. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Crabbe. Offensive rebound, and the shot goes in. 8 points for Allen.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Inside, it's deflected. Here's Young. Allen with the rebound. Nets trail by 7. Takes a 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. And Indiana shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Turner inside. He's against Allen. Young outside. Collison inside. He's guarded by Russell. On its way from Oladipo for 2. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Boy, what a cold start to the second half for them. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
Crab, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Over in the corner, Turner. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's LeVert. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Davis dishes to Russell. Down low. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Allen.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Shot to end this cold run. Oladipo misses.
Tough start to the second half. Just 1 for 5. Wow.
Nate McMillan, Doris, a longtime coach in the NBA, has done his part in this Indiana Pacers rebuild.
I think the first thing that Nate had to handle was the turmoil of the team after the Paul George deal, right? So he empowers a young core, and he deserves a ton of credit in the surprisingly good season the Pacers had.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
They regrouped, they worked out some of their frustrations, and now we're seeing them have some fun.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Fareed is checked in, and there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
Russell kicks to Crab. To the middle. Here's Allen. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Even though Oladipo didn't spend a lot of time on the Thunder, he does credit his time there, Doris, as a big factor in his development.
He points specifically at Russell Westbrook and the amount of work Westbrook puts into his game. So what did Oladipo do? He changed his frame and he changed his work habits, and that led to an incredible season last year.
On the free throw, no good.
Well, we know that Victor Oladipo is a combo guard, meaning he can play the 1 and the 2. What I like is how impressive his overall game is and the fearlessness with which he plays. Wow.
Indiana leading by 6. To the paint. The shot by Turner, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
2 open that time, made it look too easy. 17 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Well, he just keeps rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end.
Collison, the pass to Young. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. 9 points for Thaddeus Young. Nets trail by 7. Russell with it. Picked up by Collison. Fareed, a screen on Young. Here's Crab. Ready by Bogdanovich. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Young sets a screen for Bogdanovich. He feeds it to Young. Kenneth Fareed pulls it in. Fareed's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Russell dishes to Fareed. Passes to Crab. Here's LeVert. Allen, a screen on Oladipo. 6 to shoot. LeVert the pass to Russell. Great D that time from Collison.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Here's Bogdanovich. Indiana again missing. Nets trail by 7. Here's LeVert. Releases from the wing and drills it. LeVert's got his first 2 points of the night. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. It's Oladipo on the wing. He's got 14. Allen against Turner. Young passes to Turner. That one no good. Turner with the steal. Young sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Here's Oladipo, and Allen with the block.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
A second chance effort. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Fareed.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Now, taking a look at some stats for Sabonis. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 11 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Pass to Dinwiddie for the tie. Sinks the triple. Dinwiddie's got 7 points.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, you think about the Brooklyn Nets and Kenny Atkinson having a tough task of rebuilding this organization. It is still feeling the effects of the trade that stripped them of so many picks. But give Kenny credit for embracing the challenge and knowing there's a long road ahead.
The first free throw is good. And with Atkinson in the Nets, he said it feels like the team is a startup.
Right. Atkinson has taken a more hands-on approach with the team. He works out with the group. He does weightlifting with them. He wants to build the idea that the team is striving towards something together.
And he makes both free throws. Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Carroll kicks to Harris. Nets passing it around. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Oladipo.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Pass to Sabonis. Screen by Sabonis. There's the pass to Leaf. Trains the three-pointer. Leaf's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
Always like seeing Evans share the basketball. A capable passer who knows how to get his guys going.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Joseph. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Sabonis against Fareed. McDermott passes to Joseph. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Wow, tip your cap to Corey Joseph. You know he's feeling it when he's shooting it from that deep.
Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Hollis Jefferson.
Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
And so here is Indiana. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Sabonis No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Nets trail by 3. That'll go on McDermott. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Boy, plenty of time left in the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his 4th foul now.
Fareed, right side. And it's Carroll in the corner. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. No good from outside.
Absolutely tenacious, guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
Took him no time at all on that one. McDermott's got 5.
Well, we know that McDermott came into the league with a reputation as a dead-eye shooter. Get your hands up and contest, or he'll make you pay.
The feed to Fareed. They set the screen. Back to Carroll. The shot from the low post is good. Carroll's got his 2nd bucket.
Well, he has the size to be effective inside. DeMarre Carroll understands how to use that frame to get inside and make shots.
They get it back. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Nets trail by 6. Dinwiddie passes to Fareed. Carroll with a screen for Fareed. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Passes it to Harris. Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Joseph. Just 5 to shoot. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
Evans passes to Leaf. That shot off the mark. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. On the wing, Harris. That's tipped. Teardrop shot, and the layup is up and in. 8 points for him.
Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Evans kicks to McDermott. Sabonis sets the pick for McDermott. Goes up off the pick and finished off by McDermott.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
That'll go on McDermott. That's his 5th foul. Ed Davis is checked in for Brooklyn. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Davis with a screen on Joseph. Here's Dinwiddie. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. McDermott dishes to Evans. 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. From the line. And that one is off. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Pacers out in front, up by 4. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision making at every position.
All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. On the court for the Nets getting the 4th quarter going. Carroll is the 3 with Hollis Jefferson at the 4. Then there's Davis. Then there's Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. Stolen by Joseph. Here's Evans. Pass to Sabonis. Ball's knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Monday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
In that game against the Cavaliers, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Pacers leading by 4. Evans passes to McDermott. Harris against Evans. Pass to Leaf. Now here's Joseph. He's tightly guarded, and he gets the bucket.
Just talk about staying under control. Corey Joseph, a seasoned veteran who understands how to score against a tough defender.
Nets trail by 6. Harris outside. Davis against Sabonis. Davis kicks to Harris. Davis setting the pick for Harris. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Leaf passes to Evans. Dishes it to McDermott. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got his 3rd assist on the night.
If they think they can give him that shot and get away with it, think again, gentlemen.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Or is this Brooklyn team, they've been playing more up-tempo the past few seasons.
Well, this is a team that has been amongst the highest-paced teams in the league the last few years. They have a roster that excels, Kevin, in open space. And you have to, as a fan, I think, appreciate the style of play.
And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Allen Crabbe comes in for Damari Carroll. LeVert's checked in for Harris. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
I'll tell you, when Oladipo starts to percolate, he is really tough to get out of rhythm. How about his scoring right now?
Allen kicks to Russell. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Russell's got 19 points.
I'll tell you guys, what a delivery on that lead pass. He puts it right where his teammate can go get it.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Russell. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way, and the shot goes in. Russell's got 11 in the second half.
Well, when active and engaged on the defensive end, you can see what D'Angelo Russell is capable of.
Collison, the pass to Oladipo. They set the pick. Back to Collison. It's deflected. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
I love the tenacity right now. Definitely on the prowl, looking for every opportunity to make a steal. The other team has got to be sharp.
Kicks it to Allen. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
How about the Indiana Pacers last year? There were so many that predicted them to be a lottery candidate, and instead they end up with 48 wins, finishes the 5th seed in the East. Woo-hoo, what a year.
And Allen drops them both. And Doris, the Pacers were one of last season's biggest surprises.
How about they took LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers to a Game 7 in the first round? That's the first time a team has ever taken LeBron to Game 7 in the opening round of the playoffs. Yes, they lost, but what a great learning experience for a young team.
Feeds it to Crabbe. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Allen Crabbe doing work on the interior, sir. Okay.
Russell against Collison. Outside Turner. A drive by Collison. Nice D from Russell.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
Here's Allen. Again, the Nets for 2.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
Russell kicks to Davis. There's the screen. The pass to LeVert. It's stolen by Oladipo. Here's Collison. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, this is where Collison can really thrive. In transition, this guy is so phenomenally quick that he's a problem.
Outside, Davis. Poked away. It's stolen by Oladipo. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Well, I think you think of the Brooklyn Nets, and though there isn't a ton of wins, I do think you see this team moving in the right direction. Yes, they only had 28 wins, finished 12th overall. But the reality is, on a night-by-night basis, this team gives great effort in the face of adversity.
That's good from Oladipo. And the Nets' win total last year, impressive given the injuries.
Well, Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell's injuries obviously made things difficult, Kevin. But despite it all, the Nets were more competitive than they've been the last few seasons. To me, this is an organization that has some things it can build on.
Oladipo hits them both. Now Russell. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooklyn with the ball. 7-point differential. Crab good.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Here's Young. He dishes it to Collison. And stolen by Russell. Now here's Crab. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Crab, no good. Pacers leading by 4. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Ed Davis. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
Well, it wasn't a perfect trip to the line, but it was good enough to stretch their lead to 2 possessions.
To the right side. Russell passes to Allen. With some arc. Offensive rebound. And it's sent back by Turner. And they get it back. The Nets working the ball around now. Outside, Russell. Clock at 6. Pass to LeVert. Puts up a 3. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, you cannot allow Karis LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Here's Turner. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And for Turner on the offensive end, it is all about consistency with his shot.
Right, Kevin, because with his length and athleticism, Miles Turner has proven he can be a factor on the defensive end. To me, it's about, with that face-up ability, can they count on him night after night?
And the ceiling Turner has is impressive. Has the potential to be a dominant big man in this league.
All free throws good from Turner.
Well, to me, this franchise has got to be thrilled and excited about the upside Miles Turner has. He's a hard-nosed player who wants to be great, Kevin.
Davis sets a screen off the pick. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Russell's got 23 points.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Turner with the screen. And Bogdanovich kicks to Oladipo. And there's a foul called on Alan Cramp. That'll be his second foul of the game. On defense, the Nets trailing by 2. Collison, the pass to Turner. 6 on the shot clock. Collison in the post. Russell's there. A nice shot by Collison.
The assertiveness, to me, is what's critical for a guy like Darren Collison, especially when he's looking to shoot it from the painted area.
Brooklyn's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. LeVert, the pass to Russell. It's good. Russell's got 8 here in the quarter.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
They've got to be willing to step up. And when it's this close, you just can't let them get easy buckets. Make them feel you a bit.
That one goes. Count it.
It is such a treat to have a point guard like Collison. He is so effective orchestrating this offense.
LeVert, the pass to Davis. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Allen kicks to Crabbe. Here's LeVert. Pass to Allen. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
It's Oladipo on the wing. And Allen with the block. Now here's Crabbe. He's guarded closely. Davis with a screen on Bogdanovich. To the paint, off the pick, and finished off by Davis.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
Collison for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. They now take the lead. Russell's got 27.
You want D'Angelo Russell taking these shots. This guy is fearless.
Collison, the pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Oladipo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's good from Oladipo. Oladipo hits them both. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Russell kicks to Davis. Here's LeVert, and he slams it one-handed.
Well, this guy, Karis LeVert, is a big-time gamer. You love seeing the young man make big-time shots.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, D'Angelo Russell.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Evans, he's checked in for Oladipo. Indiana's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Evans passes to Bogdanovich. From deep three-point range, that falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got 5 assists in the game. Brooklyn trailing. Russell kicks to Allen. Back to Russell. Again, the Nets for two.
Yeah, you want the momentum on your side, and Russell showing you how it's done.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Evans outside. Lock at 6. Young passes to Bogdanovich. Turner with the screen. And here's Evans outside. Good on the three-point shot. And the Pacers lead by 2.
And watching Evans there knock down the triple has the ability to be a dangerous outside scorer when he's in rhythm.
To the left side wing. Here's LeVert, covered by Evans. Jacks up a 3. Let's keep it alive. LeVert the pass to Russell. Second chance shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
What we know about D'Angelo Russell is this guy is a dynamic, aggressive scorer. The key is he's got to extend his minutes playing under control. If he does that, lights out.
He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Evans outside. Turner against Allen. Kicks it out to Evans. And for 3, Collison gets the 3 to fall.
No doubt. You love seeing him knock down the clutch basket.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're behind by 4. 43 seconds left in the fourth. LeVert the pass to Russell. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, Russell is just absolutely fearless. He'll be the hero or the GOAT in that instance. Yes, sir, hero.
Collison kicks to Evans. LeVert grabs the miss. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Russell with a wide open look. And he overshot that one, missing. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Timeout called, the Nets. They're trailing by 3. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Grab dishes to Allen. Here's LeVert. No good from 3-point territory. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
So it's Indiana picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Victor, you guys have been pushing the tempo, looking to get out and run, and it's working. Has that been a focus of late?
we figured out that we got to play fast and we got to play high tempo no matter what happens, and we got to stay together. So we got to just continue to keep working.
Well, you certainly hit them first tonight, Victor. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.